I had always been warned about the perils of driving at midnight, but foolishly, I never heeded those cautionary tales. As the clock struck 12, I found myself behind the wheel, embarking on a journey into darkness that would forever haunt my soul. The night was pitch black, with only the faint glow of the moon to guide my way. The desolate road stretched out before me like a snaking serpent, whispering secrets of long-forgotten tragedies. The air inside the car grew heavy, and a shiver ran down my spine, an omen of the horrors awaiting me on this ill-fated drive. The radio crackled with static, punctuated by intermittent bursts of eerie music. I reached for the dial, desperate for a distraction from the growing unease. But as I twisted it, the station only played a haunting melody, a tune that seemed to be laced with sorrow and despair. My hands trembled on the steering wheel, and a sense of foreboding settled over me like a suffocating fog. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, their fleeting presence sending my heart racing. I blinked, hoping to dispel the apparitions, but they persisted, teasing me with their macabre dance. As I pressed on, the road seemed to twist and contort, leading me deeper into an abyss of dread. The once familiar landmarks became distorted, morphing into grotesque shapes that seemed to leer at me in malicious glee. The trees lining the roadside stretched out like gnarled fingers, clawing at the night sky. A sudden movement caught my attention in the rearview mirror. My heart skipped a beat as I saw a figure standing in the distance, bathed in an ethereal glow. Panic washed over me, and I stepped on the accelerator, desperate to escape this waking nightmare. But the figure grew closer, its haunting presence filling the air with a sense of impending doom. With every passing mile, my grip on reality began to unravel. The boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and I found myself questioning my own sanity. Whispers echoed through the car, disembodied voices that spoke of tragedy and despair. I clutched my ears, desperate to drown out the maddening chorus, but their words persisted, etching themselves into my very soul. A sudden jolt shook the car, and the engine sputtered to a halt. Panic surged through me like a surge of electricity, leaving me paralyzed with fear. I peered through the windshield, and what I saw shattered my fragile grip on reality. An apparition, pale and gaunt, stood before me, its eyes empty voids of darkness. It reached out a skeletal hand, beckoning me to join its macabre dance. I screamed, my voice lost in the empty night. But no help would come to rescue me from this waking nightmare. In a moment of desperation, I flung open the car door and stumbled out onto the road. The chilling wind whipped against my face, as if nature itself conspired to keep me captive in this realm of terror. I ran, my feet pounding against the cold asphalt, the haunting laughter of the apparition echoing in my ears. As I sprinted, the road seemed to stretch infinitely before me, leading me deeper into an abyss of horror. Shadows writhed and contorted, their menacing forms closing in from every side. The world around me twisted and distorted, a hall of mirrors reflecting my deepest fears. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the nightmare ended. I found myself standing at the side of the road, my heart pounding, my breath ragged. The apparition was gone, and the road lay silent and still.